Good morning, chat. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know how volume is. I had to do some weird setups this morning, and it's hard to test unless I actually start stream. So here we are. Welcome to today's cooking stream. We're going to be making some barbecue chicken mac and cheese, courtesy of Soapy's big donation yesterday. Yesterday we did a big fundraiser for Color of Change. We raised $325. Soapy was one of the donators that donated at least $50, so they got to choose a recipe for this cooking stream. So going to be doing some barbecue chicken mac and cheese. I made some substitutions, Soapy. I hope that's okay. We are going to continue raising money for Color of Change throughout the month of June. So if you want to donate today or later on, use the Tiltify command. You can go there, donate. Rapunzel and I will be matching up to $500 at the end of the month. So thank you everyone that donated yesterday. We raised a ton of money. It's fantastic. Hopefully we can reach our goal by the end of the month. What else did I want to say? Yeah, so depending on how this goes, I haven't done this before. Hopefully everyone enjoys it. Hopefully it doesn't completely break. And maybe we'll be making some extra. I got some other baking and cooking I need to do today anyway, so maybe I'll stream it as well. Yeah, so welcome here, everybody. Hope you have a good time. So if you want to follow along, so one of the big changes, Soapy's recipe, it's quite simple. It involves just using a box of Kraft mac and cheese. However, that doesn't work so well here. As some of you may know already, Rapunzel has celiac disease. So she wrote a special command for this. Basically means her body can't digest gluten properly. So anything with wheat, rye, barley, which is a surprising amount of food, she cannot eat it. It's different from like an allergy. Like people with celiac disease aren't necessarily allergic to gluten, and people with a gluten allergy aren't necessarily celiac. It is a difference. So it's not like is not allergic in the sense that it's like, oh, she's going to go into anaphylactic shock or something like that. But it affects her mood. It affects her body. Lots of very not good things happen because her body just can't digest it. So we have to do lots of different things. So we use, for example, like this Catelli is a great brand. I don't know how prevalent it is outside of one of those things. Like I only shop here, so I don't know if this brand is anywhere else. But they have a lot of gluten-free pastas that taste exactly the same. Like I know gluten tastes delicious. I don't know about that. But yeah, it's one of the, like I've had people complain. It's like, oh, it tastes worse. It's like, yeah, it tastes worse when you eat it as like cooked pasta with no toppings. But what on earth are you doing? Like once you cover it in spaghetti sauce, it doesn't taste like pasta anymore. Then you're doing some weird pasta that I don't want to eat. So we found lots of new recipes. Some of them are like this mac and cheese recipe where it's like we have to make substitutions and stuff, but there are lots of really good naturally gluten-free recipes, like basically any kind of stir fry. It's meat, it's vegetables, I can make a sauce, you can add rice, like it's all just naturally gluten-free. You don't have to worry about that. So there are lots of really good gluten-free recipes. And so everything you'll see anytime I do a cooking stream, it will all be gluten-free. Everything is completely gluten-free. House is the point. Yeah, I will be using a no-name brand medium cheddar because it's what I have in my house. Top notch. I do have some Parmesan. We got that. So Parmesan and medium cheddar. I'd love like some Gruyere, bleh, or something like that, but I do not have it, unfortunately. So yeah, I think that's everything. My hot water is done, so I'm gonna make some tea real quick. So if anybody has questions for the stream today, like how we're gonna be doing it, please let me know. Where's my green tea? Okay, we're switching it up, chat. I'm going chamomile because I can't find my green tea. Oh wait, I know where it is. I forgot I hid it. There we go. There we go. Sorry, that was really loud. Oh yeah, and welcome to my kitchen, I guess. Here it is. We remodeled it when we moved in. I was hiding it from myself because I was too lazy to open the tea box where I store all my teas, so I just put it on the shelf instead. Ghosts. Hiding my tea from the ghosts. Well, I hope you're all doing well, chat. I just tried to drink this tea without letting it steep for more than 10 seconds. And I don't know why. Alright, turn the music down. It probably shouldn't have been that loud. I forgot to change it back. But yeah, welcome here, everyone. I'll try to talk through what I'm doing. You should buy a kilt. It looks comfortable. This skirt is super. I got this off of Amazon. It's super comfy. Man, skirts are way comfier than shorts. Everybody, skirts are just better. I don't know. Like, it doesn't have pockets. One, you can get skirts with pockets, and two, are you really carrying around that much stuff that you really need that many pockets? I don't know. I'm living my best life. Just carry a satchel. I don't want to carry a satchel. I just don't carry anything. Go out into the world unprepared. Yeah, so yeah, let's get this started. Let's get this show on the road. Where's my recipe? Here we go. So this recipe, it calls for 6 cups of cheese, which I think is a bit excessive. So we're gonna be doing some modifications. So first thing we gotta do, we gotta fill up. How much pasta is this calling for? This calling. What on earth? It's 16 ounces. 16 ounces. Why are all of my recipes not in metric ounces? What a terrible measurement. 2 cups. Do I want 2 cups? Measuring in crazy units. That's what it's measured in. I need 2 cups of macaroni. So we'll fill this up, put it on the stove and get it going. Can you hear my sink? I don't know how sensitive this mic is. Hear it slightly. Good enough for me. We also live like really close to a kind of major road, so if you hear any like cars in the background, that's probably it. I tried to do some stuff with the noise suppression, but like I'm just using like the webcam mic. Yeah, we'll use all of that. I think so, Flady. I think that's the right word. Let's go and check this recipe again. Yeah, so we're gonna looks fancy. It's a nice stove. This stove, everything else in the kitchen was crap, but this stove was already in here. They had just bought it recently. So. No, it's nice. It's nice. It's got, you can't see it from here, but it's got 2 ovens, like top and bottom, so you can do like different temperatures, cook different things at the same time. It's so nice. It's so helpful. Oh boy. Like I can't do like, so they're like half ovens, so it's not like I can do like a gigantic roast in there or something, but who cares? I don't want to do that anyways. Like roast turkey, there's lots of, I love doing new recipes, there's lots of things I enjoy cooking, but roast turkey, I have no intention of doing something like that. That just sounds like so much work for so little payoff. Yeah, no, I really like the stove. It's real nice. So how's everyone doing today? While we wait for this water to heat up so I can put pasta in. Yeah, so next cooking. So after this, if things go well, I'll also be making a zucchini carrot loaf. Oh man, I hope I have raisins. I need to go check. I got raisins, chat. It's okay. We're okay. It's really weird because like I don't have headphones on right now, so I don't hear the music that I'm playing. So it's just super quiet in here. It's odd, but it's like I don't want to play music because then the webcam will pick it up, and then you'll be getting double music. That won't be good. Soapy, how did your games go today? I know you were doing some Dota, spamming Grimstroke or something. Mixed bag. Feels like Dota. What else do we got? Rapunzel and I had an AM that went Echo Saber. Oh, new meta. You just don't, you're not big brain and you. Soapy, you're just 4 head. This AM, he was 5 head. New meta. Echo Saber. Echo Saber AM. But Soapy, you get to burn extra mana because you hit 2 times. Walk no break. No, he was Wagga brain. You just don't understand. Welcome here, Plains. We're waiting for this pot to start boiling so I can put pasta in it. A very, very exciting cooking that's going on. It'll get really busy once the pasta is done. I gotta make the roux and make sure the milk doesn't boil over, and add the cheese and everything. So that's going to be very exciting. I won't be able to talk to chat so much then because you can't really look away, you know? Just kidding. Oh, that's the item, right? Diffusal on AM, beautiful. Yeah, so today, barbecue chicken, mac and cheese. If it goes well, then zucchini carrot loaf. If that goes well, then I'll let you watch me prep dinner as well. We're doing ham and mashed potatoes and green beans. And by prep, I mean just mashed potatoes. You can watch me peel and cut potatoes and put them in a pot or something. What else? And then we also had another big donation yesterday from Serotonin Senpai. And they recommended doing a, what was it? It was like a lemon cupcake with raspberry buttercream icing. So we'll do that sometime. Although I do not have powdered sugar in the house. I never do, because I don't know. I do not use enough things. I do not use enough things that call for powdered sugar. But I found out about a trick, because you don't want to use just the granulated sugar for the buttercream, because then it's too grainy. That's why it's granulated sugar. That's why you want the powdered sugar. But what you do, you take equal parts, like 1-to-1 powder to granulated. Take the granulated sugar, put it in a pot, put a little bit of water in, and then you basically caramelize it, like you melt it. Get that nice caramelized. And then you can use that instead of the powdered sugar, because it won't be grainy anymore. So we'll probably try doing that. See how many pots I ruin trying to make powdered sugar alternatives, because I'm too lazy to buy it. I will probably also, so just so Serotonin Senpai knows, I'll probably be doing strawberry buttercream instead of raspberry, because I usually have strawberry jam and not raspberry jam. But the raspberry would probably be better with the lemon, but strawberry I think will also be good. So we'll be cooking the chicken on my cast iron. I take such good care of it. Not really. I take okay care of it. I see lots of people that are like worried about trying to use cast iron, because they get so afraid of these people that say, oh, it's gonna explode if you don't oil it with the correct oils every 2 hours or whatever. But these things, they're invincible. You can do whatever you want to them. They're so just don't. I saw a Reddit post. One sec, I gotta put this pasta in and then I'll tell you my story. Stir it just a little bit so it doesn't get stuck to the bottom before the rolling boil comes back. As long as I season it. I season it so often. Put so much oil on this bad boy. Thank you, Senpai. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, we moved in. I think it's going to be 3 years this June. Well, no, it is June. Oh man. What a year, huh? So, I think it was 3 years ago we moved in. And we remodeled the kitchen when we came. So this is definitely the nicest part of the house. Oh, YouTube just notified me I have a new sub on YouTube. There we go, past this coming along. I should probably do that. Your kitchen is shit. Yeah, no, it's pricey. Oh boy. Redoing kitchen. It's expensive, especially, we got custom cabinets. Yeah, no, a light syrup. Yeah, that caramelizing was probably the wrong word, taters. Unless I want the darker. I could caramelize it anyways. We'll see when we get there. No, we got we got these big counters. Neverick. Was Neverick playing Zabalba in the ice cream game Planes? He's Zabalba in the Melancholia game. Okay, yes. Yeah, I put 40 PD in every single province I took from him. Provincial defense, Soapy. It's like the defense you can put in a province to defend it, even if you have no units there. 6 is the best number. Just hands down, 6. You want 6 in every province. And then in provinces you actually want to defend more, then you put more PD in. But 6 will take care of like almost every single ND event. It'll take care of scouts that try to pop up. You do not want 0 PD in a province, otherwise, especially is Ellis in your game, they will snipe. Ellis and Callow are notorious for it. Taking people's provinces with 0 PD. Everyone else feels a little bit bad about it, but they really want to teach people a lesson. Oh man, I let this green tea steep way too long. Chat, why didn't you tell me to take the tea bag out? That macaroni is not done, by the way. You cannot lower it once you set it, or once you like submit the turn. So like within the turn, like so if you set PD high, and then like before you submit turn you go back, you can lower it. But once you submit turn, that PD is locked. You can always increase it, but never decrease it. Unless someone takes that, you can hire someone to take your province from you, and then you can take it back, and then the PD will be reset. So that's the Wagga brain play. So today we'll be using Bullseye Old West Hickory. Ta-da! This is going to be our barbecue sauce for the chicken, which I should probably start soon. And now, 1, because I think recipe called for it, and 2, this chicken's still a bit frozen. I didn't defrost it enough in time. So I'm going to cut it into strips to make it cook faster, get that barbecue marinade around it more quickly. So, but first, gotta make sure wash our hands. We're working with some raw foods. Alright, pasta was al dente, so drained it. Just gonna let it sit and cool for a bit. We're gonna start on chicken and then we're gonna start on the cheese sauce. We washed our hands already. Take this chicken out. So Sophie, have you made this recipe before, or did you just want me to make it? Six teams! Oh man, I didn't realize so many people were playing. That's really cool. That Discord's really grown. Now, I'm going to be sitting out Dominions games for a while now. I don't know, maybe I'll join some blitzes, but I just don't want to do the long-term games that much. Good to hear, Sophie. I'm glad someone has tested this recipe before me. Hopefully you didn't give me a cruddy recipe. That would just be rude. Yeah. Chicken's cut, gonna wash hands again. I'll wait for that to heat up more. Push this chicken over here so it's out of the way. Good luck, Harry. That sounds rough. Now, I need to start on my roux. So I gotta do 6 tablespoons unsalted butter. How much is 6 tablespoons? That's a 1/4 cup. No, it's like a 1/3 cup. Right? Wait. 6 tablespoons is 90 mils. 90 mils is just over a 1/3. Almost used my chicken knife to cut the butter. That would have been not good. There we go. Stick that in there. Melt that butter. Don't want to let it burn though. Bring it over here. Now I need a 1/3 cup of flour. So almost all the flours I use are Bob's Red Mill brand. They have lots, they're not exclusively gluten-free products, but they have a lot of good ones. They have good processes. So this is the 1-to-1 baking flour. Melt butter, whisk in flour. Ugh. Now I need my whisk. I'm going to use my big whisk. You see this? Nice. Nice and big. Poor Nevrik. We cry. F in chat for Nevrik. Let me start whisking this. There we go, we got this nice roux. Speaking of which, our cast iron is ready. Put a bit of extra oil on there. I got loud all of a sudden. Alright, what's next? Yeah, bubbly and golden, yeah. I need 4 cups of cream. So yeah, we started adding milk to the roux to make it nice and creamy, and then afterwards we'll start adding cheese. Just need to make sure it's all mixed in and bubbly and not chunky at all from the flour. And we're going to start adding barbecue sauce to the chicken now. Depends on your unit, Soapy. You need to have either like underwater or amphibious traits on your units. So, do you know what nation are you playing, Soapy? Because some nations have like built-in units, but some nations like require you'll have to do either craft special items or some satis. I don't think they have any natural amphibious units. I could be wrong. Someone in the chat. I'm pretty sure. Like I am one of the worst players So like someone in chat could probably give you a better idea. Yeah, so 2 cups. That time it poured so well. I don't know. Alright, now we just gotta wait for a while, let everything cook. All the milk is in the sauce, so just need that to heat up a little bit, get all bubbly, make sure it doesn't burn though. Meanwhile, the barbecue chicken is just kind of chilling out. What's next on your cavern crawl, Soapy? I'm gonna get this chicken board out of the way. Oh, thanks for the host, Soapy. It's over here still. Yeah. No, you don't really get to be picky. Or you can just play like Waga and play every single Cavern Crawl hero mid and get flamed. Just 5 stack. Easy. You're not good enough. I get that. I don't know. I feel, but see, this is the fun thing. Like, he's good enough that he could mid anything. I'm bad enough that I could probably mid anything equally good. Like, any hero I pick mid, it would probably be about the same. Welcome here, Curry. We're making barbecue chicken mac and cheese. It's going pretty well. I only exploded a little bit of oil. So how's everyone doing? Having a good day? Evening? Whatever you are. Yeah, no. Skirt. You have curry, so you are happy. And I get it. Yeah, we haven't dropped any. I hope stream is looking good for you, chat. Because I had to like switch over computer to the kitchen, I'm not hardwired anymore. So hopefully, upload and everything is going smoothly. I don't see any issues on my end, but hopefully you haven't had any issues either. And let me know, like volume-wise. New camera. This is the camera I've always used. Like I only got it recently, but. Like 3 weeks ago. I can check Amazon. When did I get this? Who's adding me? Amazon. Yeah, the lighting in my office is not great. I need to get like a, because this webcam doesn't have like a light in it or anything. What I need like one of those like behind the camera. I'm sure there's a name for it. Yeah, I got this camera about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, no, the lighting in here is better. Even though it's cloudy outside, I'm still getting tons of natural light. We have lots of windows. Lots of windows. Chad, it takes so long to heat up 4 cups of milk. So long. I can't believe this. I assumed I'd be putting cheese in already. Until it boils, yeah. It's going to be not boiling until it boils over. It is only in 2 states. Either not boiling or boiled over. How much cheese do I need? This whole block? I don't know about this. Yeah, I keep looking at it, Flatey. I'm getting like those tiny bubbles. So we are getting there. It is heating up. Just going to take 10 years. I also don't have it. Big brick of cheese. So careful when cooking rice porridge. Yeah. No, I'm cooking it lower than it's supposed to because I want to be able to interact with you and not have to be just only looking at the milk. That's probably why it's taking so long. Keep checking. Still not boiling. Still good. Make D&D plans. Almost. Oh, this is getting thick. Yeah, this is good stuff. I like that. Jan, what's your favorite kind of tea? I can set up a poll, can't I? Poll. Question. Favorite tea? Green. Oops. Green. Black. Rooibos. White. Herbal? I don't know. We'll do those. Start poll. Favorite kind of tea is coffee. Incorrect. Wrong choice. Whoever has the most caffeine. You people are the worst. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to check. I wanted to check this. For coffee, a bunch of coffee drinkers in here. Milk is your favorite tea? There you go. Earl Grey is so good. Really don't need this oil anymore. You don't like chamomile? What? I don't like ginger tea. Ginger tea. I don't know. Maybe I just have bad ginger tea. I bet there's good ginger tea. I just don't drink it. I'm gonna start raspberry tea. Sounds nice. Now we'll use this bowl. This is my cheese bowl. That's the thing. Like, I really like stuff like ginger beer. Like, I really like that kind of, like that spicy. Chamomile tastes like old socks. We'll see if this gets me sick. There's so much milk in here, man. If I am, like, I've never been diagnosed with anything, senpai, but, like, definitely when I have too much milk, I feel bad. Which, I don't know if that's a lactose intolerant thing or just a person thing. So, but, whenever I can, like, I've never been a big milk drinker anyway. Cinnamon tea. Now you got me. You can try, Curry. No promises. I don't carry a lot of weird stuff in my pantry. I could put bell peppers in it. That'd be super good. This sauce is already so cheesy and thick, and I've put in like half the amount of cheese it calls for. I don't know, this recipe just seems whack. Beans and toast? I have toast and probably have beans. We can make that'll be next recipe. I'll make beans and toast. I'll make sure to very in-depth review. Sauce should be nice and thick. It is nice and thick. There you go. Sauce is nice and thick, but I need it to be more smooth. More smooth. I need those good smooth sauce. You just have it with lactate. Just you. Oh. Not a lot, Kurt. It actually in BC, like my province, West Coast. Actually, wait, no. What's it? No, it was Quebec actually sued the federal government because they wanted to cut a bunch of funding to French programs because so little people speak French now. Like, people just don't go to school to learn French anymore. So they wanted to cut a bunch of funding for it. But then Quebec sued them and was like, the reason they don't learn French is because you've been unfunding them for years. Like, you don't let us have buses to go to the French schools. You don't fund the French schools. It's no wonder everyone is not learning French anymore. So then the government was like, fine, I guess we won't get rid of the money that we're already not giving you. So, definitely on a sharp decline. I wonder if I can find, like, stats for it. I thought, we do have it, like, I had to take, like, 3... like grade 6, 7, 8, I had to take French, but I was like, I don't remember. Qu'est-ce que je parle au toilette? And that's all I know. That is literally the only. Donde estés la biblioteca? Wait, no, that's not French. Never mind. Negative stonks. French speaking Canadian population. No, apparently, Wikipedia tells me 20% of Canadians. No, I don't think that. Yeah. Yeah, 20%. Although, like, a large amount of that is Quebec. I had Latin. No, so like grade 6, 7, 8, I had to take French. It was required. I didn't learn anything. And then in high school, I did have to take a language. but we had the choice between French, Spanish, or German, so I took German. Which is why Flady's always surprised when I actually respond to him when he speaks German. I remember very little of it, like that was 9 years ago that I finished, and like I do not use it at all, ever. I need to figure out what to put. The pot's not big enough, like I can't just put the noodles back in, so I gotta find something. I don't know, let's try this one. This 9x9, I don't know, maybe it'll work. I tried fitting the pasta in, it did not work, chat. I need a bigger one. Yeah, that's one of the really nice things about German, like in general. It's like, what's the word for like train station? And it's like, well, do you know the word for train and station? It's probably the two of them put together into one long word. Yeah, I do know some low German words, like, because like Bahnhof. Yeah. Low German, Swiss German. Swiss German sounds more like the Swedish chef than Swedish people do. Swiss German is wild. Oh, I should really put this milk away, huh? Hecking Swiss. Yeah, we'll just use this. We'll just use this. This is going to be too big, but who cares? Then it'll fit. There we go. So we got all of our beautiful pasta in here. Now we bring over and you see, look at this beautiful cheese sauce. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh boy, that's so much cheese. Thank you. I like it too. I'm pretty sure I bought it from the Hudson's Bay Company, which is... To the sauce? Yes. I meant to add parsley actually, but I forgot. I'll do that now. Nutmeg, bell pepper. I can add. Oh, I'm out of nutmeg. Let me check the pantry. I got no nutmeg, chat. No nutmeg. I'm putting whole peppercorns in here, chat. Get ready. I don't know. I'd put parsley in it. Gotta put a little bit of paprika. Oh man, I'm gonna sneeze now. I put too much pepper in. Whew. Now I gotta wash my hands again. Crash course on spices. It's easy. Salt, pepper, thyme, and everything. You're done. Literally the only thing you need. Gotta put a little bit of paprika in here. I put too much paprika in. every time, chat. Too much paprika. Thank you so much for the follow, Lennox. Welcome here. Man, I don't even know. I meant herpes. Oh no. But yeah, welcome here, Lennox. Thank you for the follow. We're making barbecue chicken mac and cheese. We're mostly done it. Just deciding what kind of spices we want in here. It mostly smells like cheese no matter how many spices I put in. So I think I'm doing it right. I'm thinking maybe no nutmeg, but I got a little bit of cinnamon left. I don't have any durian. You kidding me? What kind of kitchen do you think this is? Somewhere where we buy good spices? You were okay with nutmeg, but not with cinnamon? You really hate it that much? Fine, fine, chat. Put it away. Got chili powder, but I already put paprika in. I got curry powder. Got a lot of ginger. What cheeses did I use? Oh, durian you dislike. Fair enough. Yeah, medium cheddar. I would like other cheeses, but like this was kind of an impromptu cooking session, and this is what I always have medium cheddar in the house. I'm also going to put some Parmesan on top, kind of as a melty. But I think that's going to be it for spices. I'm not trying to make a super spicy, like I want it to be cheesy. I want the barbecue chicken here. You see it? It dried out a little bit. I left it on there too long because I was lazy. Crack open this Parmesan. High-tech kitchen? See, Blaze, I shouldn't have to get used to the smell of a fruit to eat it. That fruit is trying to tell me, hey, don't eat me. Parmesan, cover the whole thing in Parmesan. And then the recipe does call for breadcrumbs on top, but I think that's dumb. You have an electrical stove and no oven? Oh. And you know what, Chad? We're going to bake this for a little bit. Make it a little bit crispy. But yeah, so this recipe, it does call for breadcrumbs on top, but one, I'm out of breadcrumbs. Pre-grated parm. Yeah, I'm lazy, man. You think I'm going to use that? I do have shredded parm, but that's reserved for my Caesar salad. Oh, is stream dead? Am I back? Hello? Hello? Alright. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm in a weird part of the house, so like I'm not hardwired into router. So if I suddenly drop, it's probably because of that. I'm dropping a lot of frames. I don't even know if you can hear me right now. Yeah, my network is just... Oof. Oh, back. No, not back. And back. We back? We good? We good? I think so. We are. So yeah, so we're gonna let this sit, that oven preheat for a little bit. So next we're gonna make some zucchini bread. While we wait for this, I'll put it in the oven and it'll look beautiful. Oh, am I dead again? Am I dead again? Oh, we fine. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I am skirt, yes, but not scared. Pictures. Where to go? There we go. Auto delete image. Copy. There we go. Now we can update recipe command. Zook carrot loaf. There we go. Recipe. Yeah, looks. We dropped a lot of frames there, but looks like it's stabilized. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, no, not really anything I can do if I'm streaming out here, but if you want to follow along, I posted a link. Look at the spices I need. Oh, fuck, do I need nutmeg for it? I do. I'll just double the ginger. It'll be fine. No, I'll replace it with cinnamon. I already use cinnamon. I'll increase the amount of cinnamon and ginger. Alright. Yeah, so just a reminder for those that don't know, Rapunzel, my wife, she has celiac disease, which means she can't digest gluten properly, a protein found in wheat, rye, barley. It's in a lot of stuff. So everything we make today will be gluten-free, and anything I make on any of the cooking streams will always be gluten-free. So yeah, if you have any questions about how I make gluten-free food or how we found these recipes, please let me know. I'd love to share. So now we will start. So first thing we get our nice kitchen scale, which is such a good investment. You can get one for real cheap because when baking, it's really important. Celiac is one you have from birth, right? Yes, it is a kind of genetic thing. So it's something like she's always had celiac disease, but it only, like, especially when you're young, it doesn't really manifest any symptoms. It's because it's something like she has always been a really tired person. It's like she would sleep 14 hours a day and still be tired, but it's always explained. It's like, well, you're just a tired person. You just need a lot of sleep. You're just a tired person. But then it turned out, it's like, no, it's because she has celiac disease and she's been eating gluten her entire life. So now she stopped eating it for 4 years now or something. And hey, she doesn't need to sleep 14 hours a day to feel even kind of normal. She can sleep like 8 to 10 hours and still have a good night's sleep. Because what it was before wasn't normal. But it's hard to tell when you ate gluten your whole life. So today we're going to be using this good buckwheat flour and this good cassava flour. These are two of my favorites. I like them a lot. They make really yummy food. What else do I need? I'll get some of these spices. I need this cinnamon. I need this ginger. Let me close. Brown sugar, baking soda. Wait, baking soda. I got baking powder. Soda, eggs. I need some milk. Yeah, no, it's even a decade ago, in the last 2 decades, celiac disease has become a much more well-known subject, even because Rapunzel, she's read so many stories about people, they went to their doctor and they went through multiple doctors and each of them said, no, you can't have celiac disease because it's just made up. Then they finally made it to a doctor that said, no, you do have celiac disease. You have all the symptoms. You were right. And now we can start treating it. There's so many doctors that don't even believe, they think it's made up. They think it's one of the fads, lots of people do, eating gluten-free fad. It's a really bad rap, but there are lots of people that it's necessary for. And it's super easy to test for yourself. I know, it happened with milk. It's hey, I was drinking, these, breakfast replacements every day. Because, just because of my work, I need to eat something in the morning. I would eat better meals later, but it's every single morning, it's I felt like crap, and then I stopped doing that. And it's oh, hey, when I don't drink milk every single day, I feel better. And same with gluten. It's something that's really easy to test. It is not that hard to start eating gluten-free. Welcome here, RMO Happa. Good to see you. We just finished up our barbecue mac and cheese is in the oven right now. Probably just maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm making it up. going to be in there for a little bit. So we're about to start making some zucchini carrot loaf. Should be really good. Zucchini carrot raisins. That's what I need. Look at this beautiful bag of raisins, chat. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, so many. We're gonna have to start eating gluten-free. Yeah, no, it's really hard. Like, especially when you start, like, if you don't have someone leading you through it, like we had a few friends that were already eating celiac, which helped a lot. Like, we went, specifically when we started eating gluten-free, went over to a friend's house who made us, like, here's gluten-free pasta, and they wrote down a big list. Here's all of the brands we buy, the different foods we make, just to give us kind of a kickstart on, like, our recipe list. Because if you go to the grocery store and just buy everything on the gluten-free aisle, like, there's a lot of crappy gluten-free food. But there is a way to make it normal and to make it good. Yeah, no, drinking milk is wild. It's wild that it's like the majority of the world can't really drink milk because white people are genetically mutated because they needed more vitamin D, so they mutated to be able to drink milk. It's crazy. It's like we don't need to do it or something. No, I use almond milk for a lot of stuff. Man, almond milk, so it's my favorite of the milk alternative. Like soy milk, I'm like so about. Which other ones have I had? I forget, but almond milk's my favorite. Coconut milk. But almond milk's so good. But yeah, Curry, talking about like it being hard to stick to. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, there's a lot of different gluten-free flours, and even like without, what was I thinking? Yeah, like the different flour, like they add so many different, like using almond flours or coconut flours. Like it's not just a gluten-free replacement. Like it changes the baking. Like it adds these almond and coconut flavors, and like we're going to be using like the buckwheat flour today adds a very distinct color to it. And like the cassava flour adds like a lot of natural sweetness to it. So they add new things. One of the big reasons to go gluten-free, even if you're not celiac, is because the wheat market is completely corrupt and terrible, and the way we make wheat today is basically a crime. It's terrible. Big wheat sucks. Defund wheat. At least in NA, I don't know much about the wheat market internationally, but NA wheat is essentially a crime, and it sucks. You guys know about Cheerios, right? You hear about the big Cheerios. I think it was just last year. So Cheerios are not gluten-free, which may be confusing because if you look at a box of Cheerios, it says they're gluten-free. And it was just last year, I think, Canada finally forced them to get rid of them. But in the States, like, they still market themselves as gluten-free, even though they're not. Like, it's just a lie. Like, it's not even like, it's like, by the definition. It's like, no, they're just lying. They just do it anyways. And nobody stops them. It's wild. So there's lots of stuff like that the wheat market is just incredibly corrupt. Naturally get gluten, wheat, rye, barley, oat. Oat is really kind of on the edge for people. Like there's some people that have celiac disease or gluten allergies that say they can eat oats no problem. But then there's some people, and my wife is one of them, that eat oats and it's like, hey, this makes me feel bad. So why bother? So oat is the one that's really kind of up in the air. Really depends on who you ask. A lot of people just ignore it anyways, because it's like, well, if it makes some of them feel bad, why risk it? That's going to be in there a bit longer. American milk subsidies. Yeah. No, it's pretty rough. Soapy. Soapy, go on your own account. Yeah, no, it's often not because the oats themselves are bad, it's often a cross-contamination issue. And that's something, like, one of the really hard things is, like we just don't eat out anymore. Eating out gluten-free is basically impossible. Every single restaurant has, like, they call them gluten-friendly options. Like, I can go to Boston Pizza or any pizza joint and they'll have gluten-free crust, but it's like they'll make it on the same counter as everything else. And that's not how that works. You don't get to just use a gluten-free crust and make it with everything else and then say it's safe. That's still going to get them sick. Go for meat only or salad. Well, even then, like, it's like, who's making the salad? The guy that just made a bread bowl? Like, you can't eat out. Like, it's not safe anywhere. That's not a completely. And we do, like, where we live, we do have some, or like, I say some, one bakery that is exclusively gluten-free and also vegan and lots of other things. So we can go there and buy things sometimes. We try not to because they make super good apple fritters, chat. Oh, so good. Move to Japan. Yeah. Maybe. Actually don't. Fruit and veggies are expensive. Oh, no, yeah. No, that's basically exclusively what I eat. Fruit and veggies. But yeah, no, you just don't eat out. It's something, and like, it's something, especially our families, like, had a really tough time. Like, it was much harder for our families to switch over to us being gluten-free than it was for us to, like, going over and then really, like, oh, like, I just use this packet of gravy instead of making my own. It's like, well, this packet, like, that uses flour instead of cornstarch, so it's not good. And so now the whole meal is, like, we can't eat any of this because it's cross-contaminated. So there's lots of things like that, and especially eating out, like, there is a ton of that. Like, you just can't, like, I don't know the chefs, like, even if they, and that's something like we expect, like, good intentions don't make the meal safe as much, and especially our family, like, they weren't trying to purposely gluten the food or something, but it's like, trying your best isn't going to make it suddenly safe. Like, you have to take these steps to make them safe. And like, when you're out at a restaurant, like, who knows what they're doing back there? Like, they have a job to do. They're trying to do it fast. Like, they generally don't especially care about us on a customer base. The only thing we're doing is making it so much more work for them. So no, you just don't eat out. You just make your own food. Make a lot of stir fry. But anyway, we're gonna make some zucchini loaf. Should be good. So first thing we're gonna do is measure some flours. Oh, there we go. We can put it there. Check on this macaroni. Nah, it's still good. It's still good. Don't even worry about it, chat. Don't even worry about it. So with making gluten-free food, when you're making any kind of baking with flours, like, the reason you need a certain amount of flour is because you have a certain amount of liquid, like, you need it to absorb the right amount. So when you're using, like, just wheat flour, yeah, still good. Like, it hasn't burned yet, curry. It's going to be fine. So when you're using regular flours, like, recipes are already designed for that, and generally use volumetric measurements. However, when you're using gluten-free flours, like, you can't just do a 1-to-1 ratio most of the time, because different depending on, like today's really humid because it's really rainy out, so that's going to change the amount of moisture that these flowers can absorb. So a much safer and accurate way to do it is by weight rather than by volume. So that's why we got this kitchen scale. It's going to tell us. So rather than needing like a 3/4 cup of tapioca starch, or in this case, cassava flour and tapioca starch are basically the same. I need 105 grams of it. And using weight rather than volume, always go by volume. No, see, that's the mistake. The mistake. No, it's fine. Like especially, like I said, if you're using wheat flour, then who cares? It's going to be good 99.9% of the time. Oh, you always go by weight. See, you tried to trick me. No, going by weight is superior in every way. I don't know, that's, like, at least in NA, I don't know, maybe everywhere else in the world is fine, but NA, all of their recipes, like, they are always measured volumetrically. You tricked yourself. So by weight is better, just all the time. Always do it by weight if you can. You can get kitchen scales for dirt cheap. I love mine. It's so good. And then also, like with using gluten-free flour, since I have like 10 different flours, I'll pull up my flours later. I'll show you all of them. It makes it really easy to switch it out. You just go by feel? Nah, man. Nah. So we need equal parts cassava and buckwheat for this recipe. Oh, this recipe, by the way, is from a book called Against the Grain by Nancy Kane. If you want a good book with a lot of gluten-free recipes, I use a ton of her recipes. Against the Grain is the book. Highly recommend if you need suggestions for gluten-free stuff. I got 107 grams. That's close enough, right? This'll be fine. Put that over there. 105. Oh, that's way too much. 115. 7% error. Don't worry. After it settled, it went down to 106. Scoop that out. Scoop it out. Scoop it out. 105. Perfect. Oh, baking by... I have no desire to bake by feel. Not even 7% error. Okay, so done with that. That was easy. Okay, next. I was going for 105, yeah. And we're gonna mix up our flours. I'm gonna start putting some spices in. Spices I never measure. Like it's always like, you want like half teaspoons, and it's like, nah, I don't think I do. I think I want that much cinnamon. Thank you very much. I don't know how much that was. I want more cinnamon. So spices, I always do spices by, I guess not feel, and not even by taste, because I'm doing baking, but you get the idea. Put a bunch of ginger in there. The scale would have told me. I need to put it back on the scale for my half a gram of cinnamon. Probably not even that much. Okay. I need... Just realized this does not have a lot of oil in it. It has 3 tablespoons of oil in it. Need some sugar. I use this golden sugar. It's my favorite. I prefer it more than like the dark brown sugar. I don't know, that's just me. Need to make sure it's packed. Golden! Yeah. Golden sugar. It's called golden, but it's light brown. I need some, so I'm going to put sugar away because I don't need it anymore. Sugar, sugar, sugar. It's from sugarcane, I assume. I have no idea. And now I want to look up Rogers Golden Is this the one I use? Yeah, this is the one I use. Golden yellow sugar. Flecks of leaf gold in it as the current fad event. Of course, of course. See if I can find anything else about that. I can't find anything. Here's the sugar I'm using. You're welcome. You're welcome to look at it if you want. Man, that Parmesan does not want to melt. I don't know. Sugar in here. What did I need? I needed 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And a 1/4 teaspoon. You know, I have the baking soda already. Yeah, it's cane sugar. Thank you. I was too dumb to figure it out. Baking soda, done with that. Okay, what's next? What's next? 2 large eggs. So these eggs are actually from my in-laws' place. They run a chicken farm, so I get all like these nice like cracked eggs. Get them for free. What's wrong, Curry? They're just cracked, not broken. Yeah, we gotta keep them in the fridge. Imagine washing eggs. Honestly, I don't know. I've never asked if I have to keep these ones in the fridge or not. Because like they're the cracked ones, like they're not processed fully or whatever, but pretty much the same as broken. Yeah, right. We got our 2 eggs in here. The one thing is these eggs, they are a lot more orange than yellow a lot of the time. So it can be very, like I'm expecting like a nice like yellow color, but I'm getting like a bright orange color instead. It's kind of weird. And now, yes, it is as I thought. I do not have sour cream. So once again, I need to replace sour cream. Okay, so we take some milk. Coconut milk. Wait, chat. Never mind, chat. I'm out of coconut milk. I don't have yogurt, or I only have flavored yogurt. I don't have any plain yogurts. And creme fraiche, I do not have. I'm just going to use milk and lemon juice. Basically the same, don't even worry about it. Strawberry bread. I would, but I'm already using, like it's going to be cinnamon, vanilla, zucchini, carrot, like the raisins. Like there's already too much. I don't want to add more flavors to it. Let's have a cup right here. This'll be fine. Just leave out the zucchini and the carrot. No, the zucchini and carrot are good. It's basically only on the East Coast, Flady. 3 tablespoons of oil. No, bagged milk is a real thing. I have never seen it personally in my life. Like, it is not a common thing, at least. Like I said, it's very much an East Coast thing. But even there, it's not like that's the only thing they sell. I put my vegetable oil in the... Oh, vanilla, of course. That was way too much. This is going to be a very vanilla-y bread. Yeah, somebody get a link for bagged milk. Put it in the chat. Oh, it's wild. Okay, now we take this zucchini. Such a good boy. Take my shredder that I was just using for cheese, so I gotta clean it. There we go, I got most of the cheese off now. Yeah, look at that milk bag. Look at that milk bag. No, Curry. No, you don't get it. Look at that milk bag. Now do you get it, Curry? My culture, my people. No, it's not my culture. Milk powder, though. Yeah, no, I know about milk powder. I've used it sometimes. I use it mostly. It's really good. Like, I take it, like, camping, and then you can put it in, like, your porridge or oatmeal or whatever in the morning. Whatever, I'm taking this out. I'm sick of watching it. There we go, chat. I actually have, one sec, I gotta move this. I used it for feeding cattle. Uh-huh. Whoa. Uh-huh, how's it look? Burnt? No, it doesn't look burned. Hopefully that tastes good. Ah, why'd I turn it off? I need it for zucchini loaf. The colonies were a mistake. Cookie. Zucchini carrot loaf. Update. Wash the zucchini. We gotta chop the end off. And now we can just grate the zucchini in. Well, Curry, I'm not actually cooking zucchini, I'm baking zucchini. Does that count? No. Still angry. Zucchini loaf is really good. I don't know what to tell you. Now I need some carrot. Some good carrot. Gotta peel it. Baking is a type of cooking? I don't know about that. Someone bring up the baking Wikipedia article and it can settle it for us. Carrots are great. Your favorite vegetable? They are great. I think I put too much vegetable in here. It'll be fine. It's going to be very moist. Because that's one of the nice things. The batter itself doesn't need a lot of moisture in it because the carrot and zucchini have so much moisture. Oh yeah, that's looking good, Chad. Look at this. Look at this. No, that looks gross. It's like brown and green and orange. But it smells really good. We did a good amount of spices. And now I need... How many raisins is it? Quarter cup. That ain't right. I'm not doing a quarter cup of raisin. Here. We'll do 2/3 cup as a start. Because that was the first measuring cup I bought, or grabbed. There we go, looks good. Now we grab loaf pan. Look at this. Loaf pan. Move some of this out of the way so you don't have to look at it anymore. There we go. Harry was right. We will all die. So we wanna spray this pan so that the loaf doesn't stick at all. We're gonna scoop this loaf batter in here. Man, this smells good. Cinnamon raisin just smells so good. And there it is, chat. Oh. Gonna put it in the oven at 350 for some amount of time. 1 hour. Oops. There we go. While that's going on, I'm going to clean off this workstation. There we go, nice and clean. Yeah, and that's it. It's going to be an hour until it's ready. Probably not going to stream that whole time. I will show you all of the flowers I have for the... Oh, gotta put the butter away first. Kept it out because I thought I might need it, but I did not need it. Let's throw it out. This. Don't want my cheese to get weird. Rapunzel wanted to eat the lunch, so I had to go grab some stuff. I was going to grab my flowers. These are all the ones I can see right now. So the easiest one to use, these are almost all Bob's Bread Mill. Like I was saying, I buy a lot of their stuff. First one is like this cup for cup. So this is like when you don't want to think about it. It's a pretty good replacement. Like 1 cup of this is more or less equivalent to 1 cup of wheat flour. So you don't have to think about it. You just put it in. Makes it easy. Put it over there. Then we got my personal favorite. We got this buckwheat flour. Very good. I like it a lot darker. Adds a earthier tone to your baking. Yeah, buckwheat doesn't actually have wheat in it, which may be confusing because it has the word wheat in it, but it has like no gluten. It's gluten-free, not related to wheat. Yeah, no, I don't know who named this. Does it have bucks in it? Here, I'll check. Ingredients, buckwheat. I don't know. That's the end of it. But I often pair it with this cassava flour or this tapioca flour. Both they have a lot of natural sweetness to it. Like both of them come from the cassava root. My understanding is the cassava is like the whole plant, but the tapioca is just the root of it, I think. I remember looking it up a long time ago. I don't remember anymore. But both of them have like a natural sweetness to it, so it pairs really well with the buckwheat and the darker, earthier. Like the buckwheat makes it a lot heavier just naturally. So the cassava and tapioca are really good. They both have a lot of just natural sweetness in them. Next, we got this all-purpose baking flour. So this is different from the cup for cup. It's basically it has garbanzo bean flour, potato starch, tapioca. Like it's basically a pre-made flour mix. Because that's one of the big things, and that's why I have so many. different flours is with wheat flour, because it has the gluten in it. The gluten is what makes it hold together. What makes it so it's like when you make a cupcake, it holds its cupcake form, or when you make bread, it holds its loaf form. The gluten is what holds it together. So when you have gluten-free flours that don't have that gluten protein in it, it's just going to crumble. There's nothing holding it together. So there's two ways around that. It is like glue. It's like gluten. Smart chat, you're figuring it out. There's two ways around it. The kind of cheaty way. Some people, depending on like what bakers or celiacs you talk to, some are very pro xanthan gum. Some are really against it. Lots of people are kind of whatever about it. Xanthan gum is like a gluten-free bacterium that replaces the gluten. It allows you put this in, and it's going to be what holds. It's going to replace the gluten in like kind of the binding during the baking process. It's going to allow it to hold together better. The more natural equivalent to this. So some people think xanthan gum is too unnatural, yada yada, whatever. I'm not going to talk about that today. But kind of the alternative to it, a more natural way, is you can combine different flours, like make these different flour mixes. Because they have different densities, they have different sizes, larger or smaller grains. It's very much like building like a mason wall, like especially all of you UK people, I'm sure you see lots of those walls. They have all of those mixed stones and stuff. Like if you make it well enough with a good mixture of flours, you don't need that glue holding it together. You can hold it together with just the flours. But if I do just buckwheat flour, like no way it's going to hold together like a large cake or something. And similar for any of these other flours. Like a single flour will not hold it together. It just won't. It doesn't have that property. But if you do a good combination of them, that's why buckwheat cassava is good for that. They combine well. Another good one is like you do brown rice flour, white rice flour, potato starch is a really good base for any kind of gluten-free flour mix. So these three, maybe you can see them. These three are a really good base, different sizes, especially the potato starch fills in really well. You probably want at least another flour to add to this to make it hold together nicely. So that's something. So I have these white, brown rice flours. I got this potato starch. And then I got two other ones. This almond flour and this coconut flour. These are very much more specialty. They're not like general. Like a lot of these, like these kind of all taste like flours more or less. So it's like you can use them in gluten-free baking. Like you don't want it to taste like flour. So these are kind of just underlaying to make it hold together. Whereas the coconut and almond flours, you can do them in special recipes. Like I've done it with the almond flours. I've made like cookies out of them. And then it very much tastes like almond. And similar for the coconut flour, it tastes like coconut. It adds those flavors just because of the flours you're using. So these you generally you don't want to just add them to whatever baking, like especially if you're making like a sauce or something. Then you use one of these. But these two, they're especially good for baking if you want. Like I said, especially I'm a big fan of these almond flours. Like if you're making like an almond cake or if you're making almond cookies, and similar for the coconut, but they're more particular. Like you want them in a specific kind of baking, and I just realized that's kind of what I've been talking about. These are all kind of for baking is what I'm talking about. Like, but for today, like sauce, like I use the cup for cup. But it's really, like, it just doesn't matter because you're not using the flours to hold anything together. You're only using it as a thickening agent. So it's like I could have used cornstarch. I could have used any of these flours because, like, the gluten does not matter for the sauce. Starchy vegetable mashes, yeah, for sure. Banana, potato, sweet potato. No, those are all very good. You can use them. If you're making like a thick kind of whatever, I know, like I make a chocolate chip banana loaf. That uses, I think that's also, no, that uses the cup for cup, I think. Does this cup for cup have xanthan gum in it? Yeah, this cup for cup comes with xanthan gum already. Lots of flour mixes automatically, like especially if you're buying flour mixes rather than the base flours, a lot of them will come with xanthan gum already put into it, so you don't have to think about putting additional xanthan gum in. But yeah, so really depending on the flours you're using, the type of recipe you're trying to do really affects kind of the different bindings. That it's something like you can do research and stuff, but a lot of it is just learning by hand. Like I've made a lot of bad gluten-free recipes because I didn't understand how the flours were. I was under this assumption. I was like, oh, I can just kind of pick and choose whatever I want. But it's like, no, like there is a process to it that it's, if you want to learn it, you can. If you don't want to, that's why Bob's and lots of other people make this cup for cup baking flour. That it's like, yeah, I can just use this, and this works. It works. It's definitely not the best. Same with wheat flour. Like the stuff I make, it tastes better than the wheat flour stuff because I do this mixing. I know how to mix these flours together to make them hold together to taste well. But yeah, it's a lot of experimentation in the sort. And especially for us, like basically the only allergy is the gluten, the celiac that Rapunzel has. So, but it's like lots of them. Celiac is a disease. It just happens to work out that it pairs a lot. Like corn allergies or soy allergies or lots of other allergies are very common for people with celiac disease. So that makes it a lot harder. If, like suddenly, like a really big replacement for wheat flour is corn flours or corn starches. So if you can't have corn, like that cuts out a lot of it, or some of them are allergic to rice flours, or some of them are allergic to soy. So having multiple allergies, like it stacks up really quickly, the difficulty of making or finding recipes. Or even like a lot of the stuff we buy, you just have to be more careful when you're buying stuff. Like lots of, like shampoos will put wheat flours and like they use wheat-based thickeners. So it's like we can't buy those shampoos. Lots of soy sauces have wheat or barley in them. Lots of, if you've ever seen products with like caramel colorings in them to make them, like Coca-Cola or any kind of those dark soft drinks, lots of them use caramel colorings, and lots of caramel colorings are made from barley base. So it's like, well, now we suddenly can't have anything with caramel coloring in it. And that's like the big problem, like we were talking about before. Like, is there a reason for going gluten-free other than allergies? And it's like, yeah, it's because the system is completely rigged and it sucks. Wheat is so cheap because they made it so cheap because they overran every other product on the market. Like, wheat does not have to be the end-all solution. It's like the reason we started going for wheat because it was cheap and we can make so much of it. And that's super cool. It helped with a lot of issues we had with feeding the masses, but it's turned into something that is not good. It's pretty messed up, and I do see I'm dropping a lot of frames. I don't know if you're hearing anything I'm saying. Hopefully you can see me at least kind of. Yeah, I think we're going to be wrapping up here soon anyways. I don't know, I'm not going to stare at the camera for the next 45 minutes while this zucchini loaf bakes. I'll make sure to post it in the Discord. So if you're not a part of the Discord yet, here I'll link Discord. Discord. You can go to the Discord, you can join us there. I'll make sure to post a picture of the final product. It'll look beautiful. I'll let you know how it turned out. And we'll for sure do this again. This was a lot of fun. I think it worked well, other than the cutting out of internet, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'm so far from the router at this point. Yeah, thank you everyone for showing up. It was a lot of fun. Not sure when next stream will be. I am now eating stream. No, I'm not doing an eating stream. No, social eating. I don't know. There's other people you can find for that. Yeah, audio came through fine. That's cool. Picture was stuttering. Yeah, I don't know. Like it was very, like I can tell, like nothing is wrong on my end other than the internet connection. But there's not really a way I can fix that. So now, I just realized the music. See, this is the problem. I don't have my headphones, so like the music cuts out and I don't even notice. You people need to tell me when the music goes away. Here, let's go find. What on earth? Twitch is telling me the food and drink category doesn't exist. Oh, Twitch, why?
Yeah, Twitch was telling me that it couldn't show me my favorite streamers.
Okay, Twitch, something bad's going on with Twitch. And let's see if I can set up a raid on my phone. Dashboard. Let me raid someone. Yeah, same. Oh boy, I'm dropping all the frames now. We gotta end soon. Oh, Soapy. Wait. I think Soapy just redeemed first because none of you did in the last. Oh no, that was a long time ago. This thing's. Oh boy, everything's going bad. Oh boy. Browse. Food and drink. Live channels. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There is social eating stuff. Yeah, no, I'm just not gonna do it. Everyone else is more than welcome to. Following. What is happening, chat? What is happening? Man, it broke. It broke bad. Here's what I'm gonna do. Who's streaming right now? I can't even see who I'm following on Twitch right now.
Yeah, that's my problem.
So yeah, let's browse. Let's go here. I want to find food and drink, live channels. Here. We'll see if this works. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Lotus the owl. Oh man, chat. I'm dropping everything. Yeah, no, this isn't even working. Oh, no, we are rating now? Already have, okay, we are rating. So thank you everyone who showed up. I'm gonna have to end. Sorry for this very weird ending. Everything decided to die at the same time. Make sure to say something cute. I love you all so much. I'll see you next time I stream. Talk to you all later. Bye.